no disrespect by
I'm just trying to drive it once again. Baby,
I just wanna be provided by the flyers.
like a Benz. I'm just trying to drive it once again.
Hey, Queenies. I know you guys are not used to seeing me looking like this, but today we are making a wig. So the things that you guys will need, I did my ball cap method off camera. So all I did was put on maybe knee-high. I got these from Walmart, but you can also get these ones from the Dollar Tree. They work just fine. And both are in the color nude. If you guys can find them closer to your skin tone, go ahead and use those. But I prefer using the knee-highs over the stocking caps because they are a lot thinner. Like, you can actually see my skin through these. And then what I went ahead and did was use the Got to Be spray, and I sprayed across my hairline. Now I'm working with a closure and not a frontal, so I didn't do the ear tap method. So just from here to here is where I sprayed the Got to Be, and I'm gonna let this dry while I'm actually making the wig. Kill two birds with one stone. All right, guys, so some other things that you guys will need to create this wig. First is a canvas head. You can order these off of Amazon along with the stand. These are very inexpensive. I think the canvas head was $20 and the stand was maybe like $16 or something like that. But yes, you can find these both on Amazon, or you can use the styrofoam head. But also, you're going to need a dome cap. I like using a dome cap better than a the U-part, better than the mesh ones that allows your hair to breathe. Now, if you are one of those people who have like eczema or something in your hair, you might want to do the mesh one instead of the dome cap. But the dome cap ones were just fine for me, and I do the black ones, just the regular size, not the extra large, because I did the extra large one, and baby, that was the fattest wig I've ever done in my life. So don't do that. Also, what you guys gonna need is your hair. Now, I have a treat for you guys. This hair is from the hair store. Yes, I picked up in a hair store the HD lace. It's probably not HD, but it's the best lace you can get in hair stores. This is by Outre, laid in Slade. This is their 4x5, fully hand tied, natural body, 12-inch. Oh, it's unprocessed. It's unprocessed natural hair, and this is their 12-inch pre-plucked closure. Yep, this is their closure. Now, I'm also going to be trying Shake and Go bundles. Can we see that? Shake and Go bundles. Okay, so this is their unprocessed 100% human hair. It says natural hair. Boom, stamp. This is their 16-inch body weight. Right from the gate, this hair is soft. But this is the 16-inch. You see the shine on it. This is what the bundle looks like. All right, and I got two bundles and a closure. And I usually get 3 bundles, but because I'm doing a bob and I don't want it to give that like super extra bulky look, I got 2 bundles. There's no point of. Oh, and these were buy one get one free at my beauty supply store. Buy one get one free. If you already threaded moon-shaped needles, you guys are going to need some T-pins to do your baby hairs. I like Nairobi. You're also going to need some scissors and spool thread. Let's get started. Alright guys, let's get right into it. Right here, you guys are going to see me pull the dome cap freshly out of the packaging. I usually always look for those 2 lines that lets me know where I'm going to put the dome cap on my canvas head. And my canvas head comes with that middle line that you see going right directly down the middle. So I usually like to put those 2 lines on the outside of that middle line because I usually like a middle part, and that helps me center my units. So right here, I'm just fitting the dome cap snug, making sure that those lines are right on the outsides of that one line. Right here, you're going to see me test out the lace. Now, this lace was pretty good to be quote unquote HD lace, but this is the lace with no makeup. So right here, I'm just going to pull the lace an inch or so above the dome cap, and I'm going to take my T-pins and put them on the folded part of the lace. You don't want to put it on the middle of the lace because it can tear, and you don't want any holes in your lace. So go ahead and take a T-pin on both sides, stretch it tightly, and then go ahead lay it down on your dome cap. Right here, I'm going to show you the hairline and where the dome cap starts. So that's how far the lace should be in front of your dome cap, like a finger's width away. So go ahead and pin down the back of the closure, making sure that you're putting that T-pin in the folded part of the lace. You still don't want any holes in the back of your lace. And go ahead and do that on both sides. Pulling it flat, making sure that there are no gaps, no air bubbles. And you just want to pull that down and pin it in place. Go ahead and take a hair clip to get the hair out of the way so that you can see what you are doing to make sure that both sides is flat. Now the back, you see that portion is left up, but if I pull it tight down, which I'm going to do when I sew it down, there will be no flaps, no gaps in my closure. So what I did was I knotted the end of my thread. I took the needle and brought it through the thick part of the lace, took that through the dome cap. And once you do that, you're going to see that it creates a loop. Once you get that loop, you want to take the needle and put it through the loop. Just watch me do it right here. You see how the thread is on one side, well, both sides, I'm sorry, of the needle, and you go ahead and pull it through. That's going to secure the knot that you just made. And I'm just going to speed this because all I did was do that exact same method for the whole back of the closure. Here you'll see how flat the closure sits on the dome cap once I'm complete with the back. Now, once I'm complete with the back, I'll take it around to the other side to make sure that the entire closure is sewn completely flat onto the dome cap. Nice and small so that your unit will last a lot longer. So right here, guys, someone called my phone and I lost footage of me actually laying down the first track. But all I did was took a T-pin from one side to the other side, just securing the track to make sure that I had it where I wanted it to lay at on the wig. I did that same method where I took the needle through the weft of the wig now and the dome cap, created that loop, and then I pulled it tight. So right here, you're just going to see me do that from one side to the next until I get to the part where I need to do the fold over method. So right here, you guys are going to see me do the fold over method. All I do is literally take the track from one side of the head, I bring it to the other side of the head. I use a T-pin and I put my T-pin directly on the fold of the track, and then the other T-pin just goes on the other side, and it just lets me line the tracks up where I need them without them falling all over the wig. And I do that exact same method when I do the fold over method. In the crease of where the track actually flips over, I take the needle through the weft and the cap 2 times. So on the edges, when you do your fold over method, you want to do your knot 2 times, or you want to take the needle through the weft and the cap 2 times, just to make sure that it's sealed, it's locked, it's not going anywhere, and then you can continue as I did. And I literally just did this method all the way up until I got to the top of the wig, and I made sure that when I used my T-pins that I saw the spacing that I wanted between each track before I actually started to sew them down. So I doubled the tracks all the way up until this point. Right here, you're going to see me cut the track. So you're going to now have 2 pieces. From those 2 pieces, you're going to tack down 1 piece, which is that inner piece, to the canvas head, and then you're going to bring that track around and you're going to tack it on the other side. That will be the track that you continue to sew all the way up until it's done. So you'll have one side tacked down, and you'll just have one side that's free, and then you're just going to continue to sew. You're going to continue to do that method all the way up until there's no more track to sew. Once there's no more track to sew, you're going to cut that part off, and you're going to begin to sew that part where the other one left off. So the tracks up top will be singles sewed in, if that makes sense, and then the other ones at the back will be double for that thickness. You want the thickness at the bottom of your wig, not the top. You don't want the top of your wig to look bulky, and you don't want the bottom of your wig to look thin. Once you get right there where the frontal or your closure and your wefts meet, you want to take the track as close to the closure as possible, not directly on top of it, but you don't want any gaps or any space. So that black part that you see me pointing to is actually the cap underneath. I want you guys to see that I am taking the weft close enough to the closure, but not directly on top of the closure, and you just want to continue to sew until you get all the way around the closure. You want to make sure once you get to the corners of the closure that you're actually going with the shape of the closure or the frontal. Just make sure that you're lining everything up and you're hitting the same curves in the same corners as the closure. You want everything to look very unison. Once you get to that final side, you want to continue to use the same method and sew the track all the way down. Once you get to the top, you want to double knot the front of the unit, just so everything is locked and loaded. It's not moving, it is not going anywhere, and you guys are done. So you can see all the way around, there's no space, there's no gaps. That frontal or that closure meets those tracks perfectly. And with this closure, it's thin, so you definitely don't want to double with those tracks. Make sure you knot it off. And once you do that, you're going to have, well, I had a little bit of tracks left. All I did was cut that off. That little bit of track that you've seen left, I just found a open gap or a space, and I put it right on in there. So what I like to do is I like to take the tracks all the way to the top so that I know that I have a flat install. And whatever's left, I like to add it in those spaces at the back of the wig, not the top of the wig, the back of the wig. So the wig will not be fat and bulky and just not even cute. All right, so once you are finished with your unit, you want to take your scissors and cut off all of that excess stocking cap that you have around your hairline. Cut it as close to your hairline as possible. Then for those little parts that's sticking up, you want to take your Got to Be spray one more time, and you want to spray it right on that hairline. Take your blow dryer, dry that. Then we can move on to seeing if the wig fits your head. So just go ahead and pop that bad baby on and see how it fits. Now this dome cap that I use, usually fits my head pretty snug, so I'm usually okay with the regular size fitting cap. Now I'm just seeing how that parting looks good. Take your foundation brush, your foundation that matches your skin, and you just want to put the foundation wherever you are going to lay your part, and also put that foundation in the inside of the lace. Your Bullhold active glue, the Bullhold skin protectant, and a wipe. Spray the cotton round and wipe. Take your popsicle stick and you're going to take your Bullhold. Now, you are going to put a thin, thick layer on, and I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. A thin, thick layer. So, you're going to take your glue and your popsicle stick. I usually put mine on my popsicle stick. It helps me control where the glue is going. You're going to put a thin layer, but you're going to put a thick width of it on. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. The layer is thin, but it is thick. So it'll be thin putting it on. You see how I'm evening that out? I'm smoothing that out. But it's going back here. Some areas turning clear and other areas not. That lets you know that that area is not thin enough. You didn't put that. Honestly, if you put this on correctly, you don't really need 2, 3, and 4 and all. You won't need that. Like, trust me, I had a unit on for about a month, and I had to physically like use the lace remover to take it off. And it was not budging. Like, it was not budging. And that's because I did this method right here. And when I had that one on, when I had that unit on, which is the unit I just took off, when I had that unit on, I did two thin, thick layers of the glue, and that thing did not budge. Now, remind you, I worked out in this. I wore it every day, didn't take it off at night. I just braided my hair up and put a cap on it at night. Oh, and I did tie a satin scarf around my edges at night, but that's literally all I did for at night. But I did not take the unit off. I wore it for a month straight. I washed the unit like I was in the shower. Like, I didn't like soak the actual cap, but like I was washing the hair. So yes, the steam and everything was actually getting to, like, it did not budge. It did not budge. So if you do this correctly, if you put a thin, thick layer, and as you can see already, that layer is clear. It's not gonna go nowhere. It's not gonna go nowhere. I like to cut the lace off before I put my unit on, and remember to cut in a zigzag, jagged motion. Okay, so once your second layer of glue is dry, you can take your now, you guys can see how jagged it is, your now cut lace, and place it on your head. Usually I would style before, but now do not put your lace in the glue until you have lined the wig up, pulled the wig all the way down. Do not do that. Okay, so you're literally going to pick up your lace, and I'm going to get close so I can actually see what I'm doing, and place it in the glue. I'm not pushing, pulling, or doing anything, and like you guys can already see, it has melted. Now take a small rat tooth comb and literally comb the lace in. Do not mush, push, pull. No, you want to comb it in, okay? because if you mush it, then you are going to potentially mold the hairs down where you don't want them molded at. But look at that. And the thing that I like about, oh, that's bomb. That's so bomb. That's so bomb. We see that? Like, yes. And like this little cast that you see, you can literally spray some got to be. And look, at least it's gone. It is gone, girl. And you can start styling. Usually I would style before I put my units on, but because I am in a rush, I am going to give myself a middle part. I'm going to flat iron that, and I'm going to come back once the style is finished. I just wanted to show you guys how to create a unit. All right, y'all. So do y'all see that? And I haven't even like styled it. Usually I would style my hair before I put my unit on, but because I am running out of time, I'm just going to take the straightening comb and define my little part. And yeah, we're gonna be done, honey. We're gonna be done. So cute. Hair store hair. Yeah. That's cute. That's cute. See you in the next one, Queenies. If you guys want to see how I style this unit, you guys can leave me a comment and I'll make another video for you guys. Until next time, I'll see you on my next ones. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye, Queenies.
That's that chocolate, that melanin.